welcome back everyone to another episode of Chat with Dan. For today we had Bonnie on the show. We basically watched trailers. Hope you like this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Right, so Bonnie, welcome back to the show. It is amazing. It is epic. It's badass. I mean, I'll what can I say? I mean, it's the perfect way to continue an epic day with someone as epic as you. You know what I mean?
Yes, agreed.
I love it. What has it been like over a year now? Right?
Over a year, yeah. It's been a hot minute.
Crazy. So for today, we're gonna be basically watching some upcoming trailers here and there. You're gonna tell me your input. What do you think of them? I'm gonna also be talking about it, and that's it.
Awesome. Can't wait.
All right, so let's start with the first one. Yeah, let's start with the first one. So this one is called Old Way.
Oh, I already love it.
I want you to understand how good a woman your mama was. She took Colton Briggs, the coldest killer that I've ever met, and she turned him into a family man.
Mama's dead now.
Okay.
Coming in one way or another.
Classic.
Yeah.
Tell me the names of the men who did this. As long as that little girl is alive, there's no room for vengeance.
Oh, yes, there is room for vengeance. She's gonna help.
You're protecting a killer from another killer.
Can you teach me how to shoot?
There you go.
Oh my
Put your
goodness.
hands behind your back. Now, Briggs, especially that Rossi.
She looks so cool.
I'll blow her brains all over this valley.
You ain't scared of nothing.
If Briggs decides he's coming, Colton Briggs is coming.
Sound like he's the one who's scared.
My whole life, I'd seen fear in the eyes of every man I ever met.
Please don't come.
Let's do this the old way.
Is my father still a good man?
Okay.
You boys woke up the devil.
That's a good line.
The Old Way. Okay.
Wow. I'm already mad I'm not in that somehow. I love Westerns.
Right. Yeah, I like it. It looks like the
Come on,
Western.
Cage.
It looks like the Western version of John Wick.
Oh man.
Yeah,
This
I love
looks
it.
so good. Also, I feel like this is going to be a really good role for Nicolas Cage. He's killing it already in this trailer, and he doesn't get enough credit. He's a fun actor. He takes you on a journey. So, Cowboy Nicolas Cage.
I like it. I like that. And it's been it was a while, right? That Nicolas Cage was just like out of the spot for a while.
Mhm.
So it's cool. It's cool to see him back on films. I do agree on that.
Yes, and you know what I love about this is it's the classic opening. It's just like Clint Eastwood's Josie Wales.
Mm.
He's a good man. He's a great man for his wife and his kids and all this, and then somebody, a whole posse rolls in and murders his family while he's out working his farm.
Yeah.
And so he goes on this really badass vengeance story, but he's all by himself. Having like your family, because you're not about to abandon them, is a really fun concept. And the fact that she's this little girl that's like, actually, I'm mad too. I want to kill them.
Yeah.
It's like Josie Wales and The Quick and the Dead. I always say A Good Day to Die because it's a good line. The Quick and the Dead, it's the same kind of concept. This little girl sees her dad murdered by a posse, and then she's like, well, I'm going to grow up and kill them now. And she does.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I love Westerns too. And the whole story I do, like those type of stories that you get this total normal person and then becomes into this vengeful, because it's totally relatable, I mean, if anyone did something to your to a family member or a loved one, of course you're gonna go out all guns blazing. I mean, it's so
Yeah.
I love it.
That line, you guys just woke up the devil. Oh, that's a good line. I'm making a Western series right now, actually, and it's a vengeance story because I think the best Westerns are vengeance stories.
Yeah.
We know why we're plugging in for a Western. We want to see some violence and some good one-liners.
I love it.
And that you just woke up the devil line really gets me going. It's a good one.
I'm gonna make sure that every time someone wakes me up, they say that would be cool.
Make it your alarm clock in the morning. You
Yeah.
just woke up the devil.
I love it. Now, next one here. Let's see the next one. So we got Emancipation. So it's an Apple original film.
Thanks to God.
Hmm.
The Lord is with us. What can a mere man do to me?
Oh.
I will come back to you!
Hmm.
You walk the earth because I let you. I'm your god now.
Slaves are free. We must get to Baton Rouge. Through this swamp. Lincoln's army is there. There are many ways to die in a swamp.
Oh, so pretty.
I must get to my family.
What if he don't come back?
Your papa is going to be back. Do not ever stop believing that.
She's persistent. Running, hiding, surviving.
Okay. Commercials.
Ah! Oh man, I wasn't even breathing. Oh, that was great. Will Smith. What the?
I fight them.
What?
They beat me. They whip me. They break the bones in my body. More times than I can count. But they never break me.
Okay. Oh.
Oof. Wow. That looks beautiful.
Thoughts on it?
First of all, we're doing black and white. That's incredible because I'm easily turned off from black and white films just because I don't know, ADHD, I'm gonna blame it on that. I like colors, you know, I like to get lost in it. But I feel like they were really playing with the wow, I can't think of the word, but basically it was so stark different. Like it wasn't blended nicely at all. It was like really dark shadows and the way that like the fog rolled in and when they had those close-ups of the mud and that shot with the birds in the sky, all that was just so pretty that I was like, dang, actually I could get into some black and white films. And Will Smith really shocked me because when I first saw him, I was like, that's not Will Smith.
Yeah.
Will Smith can't do an accent like that. But he can. I bet he really practiced. I bet he like had I mean, I'm sure he had a whole team helping him get that accent down and he handled it. That's very impressive. And it's just, you can tell it's going to be a heartbreaking story, but obviously this guy's on a journey and it looks like we're going to be following him on his escape journey, which is it's a nice different element. It's so easy to do a story about slavery and make it just about the torture of slaves, but nobody wants to hear that anymore. People want to find like, how did you fight your way out of that and become a new person? Like, what are your takeaways from your experience that you had there? I don't want to watch you be abused. And I'm sure, you know, other Black people don't want to watch Black people be abused anymore. So it's really nice, the new way of storytelling in that realm of things, because I don't think we should stop telling those stories. It's important, especially since it's hard to get your hands on history. And this is based on a true story. I love those stories.
Yeah.
It looks so beautiful and heartbreaking. It's one of those movies that I prepare myself to watch. I'm like, no one's allowed to watch it with me. I need to make sure I'm on my best day emotionally. I need to have snacks, lots of chocolate and tissues, and just be ready to cry for too long because it's gonna hurt. That looks gorgeous. It looks so beautiful.
Yeah. It makes you, I mean, it made me want to think of like how many stories like that during that historic that period of time they haven't been untold yet, you know? Like how many, you know, like those, you know, like when they do films like based on you know, certain periods of time, it makes me always like thinking about like how many stories that haven't been untold yet, you know, how many stories that we might be like that's amazing, that we might never know, you know. So
Yeah, and another thing is I think it's incredible when they shoot movies like this in the swamp. I grew up in the swamp, and swamp people are a different breed, and it's a different kind of like awful. Like letting the dogs out, that was a big one for me. It's such a real thing to just use dogs only for that kind of stuff, and it to feel really dramatic. And you know, my dad hunts with dogs, and so I can see him thinking he's a big bad man, and it's really easy to just like think, oh well, this is power and this is how I run things. And then to see it from the other perspective of like, I have a family and I will do literally anything. I will use the elements that you've put me in and I will get my way back to them. It's just like, that's inspiring. It's so good. Makes me want to make more Westerns.
yeah, that was what I was gonna tell you. Yeah, like how you make, for example, like that scene with the birds, like how you make those scenes. I mean, do you like coordinate it, or you just like
I think
practice
about this a
over,
lot.
yeah.
I think about this a lot because I'm sure there's like on some sets, I'm sure they have animal trainers that have birds that are trained to do certain things. But I also bet there's times where people just get really lucky. They're trying to shoot some scenery. Like when I'm shooting things, I just have a day where I'm like, I just want to shoot scenery. There's no actors on set. I'm just going to be out in nature doing close-ups of the animals, the horses, the whatever I'm gonna have. I want to just focus on them for a day, and then if something else pops up, I'm gonna turn my camera to that, and I'm gonna get that. And so a lot of times that bird in the sky shot, I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, oh my god, those birds are beautiful, turn your camera over there right now, you know. And then they were like, this is incredible, let's go in there. But I also wouldn't be surprised if they have this massive budget where they can say like, we would like birds to fly like this right now.
Yeah, I can agree on that. I can agree on that. Yeah. And like the like for example, on your experience, do you use like the nature daylight, or you use lamps here and there, like
For me, because I'm super ultra low budget with everything I make, I just use the good old sunshine for most of my stuff. And you have special lenses that you can put on your camera and filters that make the sun do fancy things or just be a little less harsh. And so if I were trying to shoot that myself, I would be getting lucky and I would be using a fancy lens to make it so that it doesn't look like just a blown out sky.
Yeah, because I remember like for example, from the movie The Remnant, they said that they were recording the scenes during the daylight, so it was hard for them because there were certain scenes that they need to do quickly before the sunset or things like that, you know. So
Oh yeah.
that it takes more pressure to it because you have like certain amount of time for you to record, and if that doesn't happen, you need to wait for the next day again so you can shoot it again. So yeah, it must be painful.
Anytime you're watching a movie that was actually shot with outside elements and if anything's like turning blue, that beautiful blue time of the day, that's when you know on set they were stressed. That sun is setting and they're almost out of light and everybody is panicking, but the actors still have to act.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is always really scary. And so yeah, if you don't get it before that sun fully drops, you do have to come back the next day and time it out perfectly. So I have a shoot I'm planning for next summer that involves this really beautiful death. And I want it because I'm a crazy person. I want the death to be silhouetted by the sunset. I want the sunset
Oh.
in the background. And you know what that means? That means I have to plan ahead in advance, and I can't do a second day. So I have to shoot this entire thing well before sunset. And I
Mm.
need to get this death from every possible angle before sunset, just in case I fail. And then get it all set up and ready to go. And that way I'm waiting for the sun to set to shoot my shot. Instead of, oh my God, the sun's setting, we got to move over to that thing so we can get that, and that takes a lot of planning and it takes a lot of time management, which is the hard part.
That's crazy. Yeah, it sounds crazy. It sounds like a lot of hectic job and like
It
a hectic moment in that, right? So cool.
Absolutely. Full chaos.
All right. So next trailer. Here we go. This next one, let's see. Okay, so we switched totally from westerns to total different genre. Okay.
Just give me one more chance.
I love this actress. I cannot remember her name, but I love her.
Does that mean that I have to start being nice to him or something? Because I can't do it, I don't think.
Not every relationship is simple.
Is there something you need to tell me?
I want to move to New York. Daisy, I'm gonna propose to Vanessa.
That is the one.
You heard the boss.
I'm looking to get a present for my girlfriend. I was hoping that one of those blue boxes would do the trick.
Let me show you what we have.
You're not gonna open the box?
No, I can't. What if it is what we think it is?
I don't know if I'm ready for this.
Merry Christmas.
I don't know what to say.
Me neither.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
You gotta get the ring back.
Oh no. Zoe! That's her name.
Fine as hell,
Oh my
Terry.
God.
Oh my God, Terry.
I know something.
Are they about to fall in love with each other's man?
I'm never gonna see him again, so whatever.
Hello again.
Oh my God. What a juicy drama. This is some stuff. Martina McBride. I'm in country music now. What is her name? No, it is no. Oh, man. Oh, you know who I'm talking about. She's
Yeah.
Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
Julia Roberts is always Martina McBride first in my head because as a child, I learned about those people at the same time
Yeah.
during the movie that Julia Roberts did where she was a runaway bride. So McBride lived in my head as a child and it's tortured me my whole life. I love Julia Roberts and she's probably mad that she's not still like 22 doing this role because those were her movies. And I loved that juicy drama of oopsies, I accidentally just fell in love and this is the worst person to fall in love with.
Yeah. I remember that back when I was little, my mom used to watch tons of a lot of those films. Like I will go. I remember like downstairs and in the living room, she will be watching those type of films. So yeah.
They're great. They're so
Yeah.
lovely. They're such a nice little slice of dramatic but fun and safe life.
And it's a Christmas film.
Yeah, that's so cute. And that actress, Zoe Dush, I can't say her last name. I'm from Florida. And
Okay.
she is so impressive. Everything I see her in, I really like. But I haven't seen her do something so lighthearted and kind of grown. She's always the like stunted kid that's not going to grow up.
Yeah.
So this is really cute.
Yeah. Definitely an interesting Christmas film.
Yeah.
You can watch this film after watching Die Hard.
Yeah. There you go.
I
So
love
you don't
it.
have nightmares. You can watch that.
Yeah, exactly. You can go all yippee-ki-yay. It's okay. All right, next one here. Let's see. What do we got now? We got Avatar 2.
Oh, this is gonna be amazing.
Yeah. Like the budget for this type of films, it's crazy.
Oh my God, what I would do with that budget. Oh my God, she's pregnant.
Dad, I know you think I'm crazy. But I feel her. I hear her heartbeat. She's so close.
So what does her heartbeat sound like?
Mighty.
We cannot let you bring your war here.
Outcast. That's all they see.
I see you.
The way of water connects all things. Before your birth and after your death.
This is our home!
I need you with me. I need you to be strong.
The first one, when was it released? Like 2010, something like that.
So long ago.
Strong heart.
Wow. What an incredible film to be a part of in any way. Just to be a PA on that set is such a dream. But also this is one of those films that I love because it shows you that CGI can totally be super successful and impressive if you take your time with it, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like CGI gets a bad rep because it's so rushed often that it looks like glitchy and weird, but this is beautiful. It's like so smooth. It looks like you could touch it.
Yeah, that's the thing. That I mean, as I was saying before, like the budget they had to put in this and like the time of it, because I've heard that this was on the go since like way years back, right? Something like that.
Yeah, they can afford to take their time. They know it doesn't matter what the trends of the world and society are. Whenever they release this, people are gonna want to watch it, and that's powerful. That's big money moves right there.
Totally. The first one was like the first one gathered like huge amount of money, right? Like crazy amount of money at the day of
Insane
release,
amount
right?
of money. So insane. I forget the actor, but there's an interview going around on the internet right now that is really funny of the actor that was originally in that lead role of the guy that comes into their world. And he was offered, I think, 10% of Avatar, like whatever this money they make off of Avatar. I think it was 10%. It might have been less, but even like 1% is like a monstrosity amount of money. And he read the script and was like, nah, not for me. And then it blew up. And now he's like, I'm known as the actor that said no to the most amount of money you could ever get.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I mean, I would be fine with 0.5%, like 5% or something like that, you know?
I'd be fine just having my foot in the corner of the frame and nobody even knowing I was there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can like remove me from the credits. I don't care. But to know that if I was there, that's fine by me though.
Yeah, I'd die happy there. That's such a world. I love stories with other like different worlds. I'm rewatching Lord of the Rings right now, and it's like,
oh, that's amazing. Yeah. And like especially if you're watching it, like the full extended version, you know that.
Oh, I'm not, but I should, huh?
Yeah, there's so many things that, like for example, on the second one, which is the Two Towers. Yeah,
that's what I'm in the middle of, so I should maybe restart it and do it fully extended.
Because there are like some scenes in which you're like, I wish that like why they removed this, they should have put it, you know, like especially like things with the other characters involved in the whole world, you know. So
well, I'm glad I talked about it because that's definitely what I'm gonna do now.
yeah, definitely do it. I mean, Lord of the Rings is my jam. Like one of my dreams is to go to New Zealand because you know that they say that they have like the whole Hobbiton area, you know, that they leave it there. And I found that so it's like on my bucket list, some place that I need to, you know.
That would be really cool.
Right? It would be super cool.
I love Lord of the Rings as a kid. I was very into it. And then as I got older and people were still referencing it, I realized I don't remember much of it at all, other than the way that people looked. You know, like I still don't remember what happened in the story. So I decided I had a really long flight day and I decided to start watching Lord of the Rings that day.
Yeah.
And wow, the things I didn't remember. I once was on a date and this person said, "All right, so here's the test for if we can actually date. You need to quote me just one line from Lord of the Rings." And I panicked because I was like, wait, I love Lord of the Rings. Why can't I say anything?
Yeah.
And so I went with humor. So know before I give you my answer that this was intentional, because when I said this to my girlfriend, she got very offended.
Okay.
My response was, ah, and then they were like, what is that? And I said, that's when Dumbledore fell after being attacked by the giant fire ant with the bullwhip. And it didn't go over well. It wasn't funny to anybody else.
Yeah.
But that was the quote that I can remember because that was the most upsetting part of the whole thing for me.
Mm.
But I know it's Gandalf. I'm aware it's not Dumbledore, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
but I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I remember back when I was little, like the first one. Yeah, like the first one, I remember that everybody with a broomstick was saying, "You shall not pass."
Yes.
I mean, I
Yeah,
still do every
that's the
now and then,
one.
you know?
That's the one I should have said. I mean, it's a meme that will be alive forever.
Forever. Yeah. Yeah, I'll still say it every now and then. Whenever like I'm cleaning and my dogs are coming, I'll be like, "You shall not pass." So yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
Doesn't get old.
Doesn't get old. And like going back here, like with Avatar here, what I find also pretty cool is the whole motion capture they're doing. You know, I mean, with some of the actors that I've interviewed who have been involved in video games, that it's pretty cool the fact that they create like this scene, you know, with just props, basically props, and they get the chance to create this, and then once they put it with the whole motion capture, and then once you like the final product is like really cool. The fact that they can, I mean, as an actor, that they can create, for example, that they have a lighter in their hands when they totally have just a cardboard square of something. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. I mean, I think the rule is if you don't actually physically touch it, it won't be on set. And sometimes if it is something that you physically touch, like it's still just going to be like a green tennis ball. That's it. Yeah. And you're supposed to just imagine something else more intricate. And the fun thing about acting is like you can imagine anything. You know, that's the magic of movie making. As long as I am being specific in what it is that I'm imagining, I can get away with a lot.
Absolutely.
I just can't be like, this is what a face looks like when it's interacting with something. I have to create something. Like in theater, it's pretty big also when you have to like do things out above the audience. I one time had to just like search this house without touching things, and I had to search above the audience. And the director was constantly like, it looks like nothing's going on up there. And I was like, because there's nothing to look at. It's just bright lights. And he was like, so create something. And so for me, even though it made no sense to the story, I just made like the biggest dragon with the coolest scales. And I was like, what if that scale looked like this? Oh, that'd be fun. And I just tried to surprise myself. And that was my first attempt at being able to do something like that. And so now you see this House of the Dragon content, and they have these whole relationships with their dragons, and we're talking more about it and getting more behind the scenes coverage of that kind of stuff. And it's just so fun to see these people that are like, I've never done this. So it's weird.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, the fact that whenever, I mean, you can play for astronaut to superhero to king of dragons to even a janitor, like the whole variety that you get the chance to play. That's really cool.
Yeah, that is the dream.
I love it. Next one here.
Ready.
So we moved from westerns to totally Christmas happy, well, not that happy, but like a dramedy, let's say, to this. Let's see what's next. So we got Mindcage.
Oh.
I'm just gonna say that if it's a horror, please, no jump scares. I hate jump scares.
I hate jump scares too. Oh, that's the actress from Manifest.
Okay.
We have a copycat on our hands.
People remember the artist for the way he murdered and preserved 6 women.
First, poison them, then arrange and decorate the corpses in lifelike poses. Call them his masterpieces.
How did you guys end up catching him?
Is her typecast now cop? Because that's great.
There's one of them sitting right beside you.
I'm not going in with you.
do you mean?
The artist is only gonna play ball if we could somehow win his trust. That would be impossible.
Oh, they need a female cop because the female has to fall for it. I see. Oh, I see. Or not fall for it. Make him think she's.
That he's gonna be like her next victim or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. He's gonna try to turn her into his art piece.
Regarding the copycat, no doubt.
If you saw some photos of the victims, maybe you would know something that could help us.
He looks incredible.
I want my death sentence commuted.
Whatever help I provide is for you and only for you. Do you know if the coroner clipped her wings?
Why would that matter?
For her journey to the afterlife.
Fallen angel, cast into hell.
To create a sculpture is to solve a mystery. By the time I finish, you'll have his exact address.
Finish what?
Sculpting. Sculpting you.
You realize how crazy
There you go.
are? Unreservedly insane.
He struck again.
Come out, wherever you are.
He's playing games with us.
I heard a voice, the Archangel Samael.
Why am I listening to this?
Because it's you, Aaron, who's going to be next.
It's my entire life.
You gotta stop him.
That
Wow.
is truly the stuff of nightmares.
Thoughts on it?
That's fun. That's very fun. I like that a lot. That's like the Hannibal movie. It's like our new age version of that. Also, just these ladies. I couldn't tell if those were their real bodies or he sculpted them to look just like their bodies. I think it was their real bodies. Gorgeous. The most beautiful dead bodies I've ever seen. Either way, so pretty and just creepy. And you're always wondering when there's a copycat story with the detective, because obviously there's a female detective and a male criminal. He's gonna be obsessed with her and want to make her his pet and all that. That's gonna happen. But you always wonder, is he in cahoots with the copycat? Is he helping the copycat, or is he helping them find the copycat?
Or is
And
he
that's
real
the most intriguing part. Like, I gotta find out if this bad guy, how bad is he?
I can agree on that. Yeah.
Great cast, lots of great people. That's a fun one.
What's the name of it's Martin Lawrence? Yeah, you see him, right? Martin, or what's his name? The one that, let me just.
Oh, I'm so bad at names. That's the thing I really need to fix.
This
guy. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he was in Bad Boys, right?
Yes, and he's never serious. So I love that he's about to he's about to lay down the law. Also typecast as a cop, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Next one here. Let's see what we got. This is not a commercial, I swear.
Mom, this is FaceTime. Oh gosh, I need you to write
Horror. This is a horror one. I bet that is horror one.
Anytime they use social media.
Kevin and I are headed to LAX, and we need you to pick us up on Monday. Keep your location on the entire time I'm away. No fun. Got it.
Oh. Oh no.
And the horror started.
She's gonna have to become Liam Neeson and go chase down her mom.
I'm calling about a guest you had. Does anyone speak English?
I'm sorry. This is Elijah Park.
Please, I need your help.
The FBI doesn't have jurisdiction to investigate in Colombia.
So is there anything I can do?
The best thing you can do to help us is just wait by your phone.
Say hi, Mommy. Hi, Junebug.
I'm not giving up on my mom.
Oh,
Okay, so it's
that's
a horror.
right.
Yeah, okay.
There's gotta be a way to find her.
Gonna be like Taken, but the kid gets the parent.
And ask for their security footage.
The cleaning senora says she sees 2 American tourists at the hardware store.
What did he buy?
Just this.
You think he did something to her?
You're going through Kevin's email? You need to let the police handle this.
I tried, but we're running out of time.
Who are these people?
This woman calls him Darren. You weren't gonna tell me my mom was dating a felon?
You need to trust me on this.
Shocking new footage is leaked online.
I have some questions regarding something we're looking into. Has your mom ever gone by any of their names?
What?
The strange strangest case I've ever seen.
There may be more than meets the eye.
There are some legit questions.
Hey, Jen.
Whoa.
There's actually a lot I want to talk with you about. Oh my God, someone's here.
No.
Thoughts?
That is spooky. Don't take my parent away from me. That's really scary. Also, I love that actress too. I'm watching Euphoria right now, and she's Rue's little sister. And I'm always thinking, like, Rue's little sister does not get enough camera time, and now she has her whole movie. So
There you go.
there it is.
Yeah.
That's great. And I also love this trend of including social media and finding new ways to do that. I was just at this film festival, and there was a great movie that did a lot of social media, and it's a great, fun, kind of interactive feeling, immersive film experience because you'll be thinking something and they have these chat forums that'll pop up, and then somebody will, if it's not one of the main characters talking, somebody else that's just on this forum will pop up, and they'll probably say what one of these random people are thinking that are watching the movie. So everybody starts to feel really included, and like they can vibe with somebody in the comment section at least. So it's fun, it's weird, it's exciting. I hope it doesn't last too long though, because I'm like, I like to escape life and technology makes me not feel that way, other than, watching movies.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah. At first I thought that it was gonna be like a horror one because there was, I think, like 2 or 3 films, right, that involved like social media, like Facebook, Skype, that type of stuff. So I
It's
was
the
like,
new Blair Witch Project. It's the new way of doing it.
Yeah. But we'll see. I mean, this film actually looks pretty interesting. Yeah, it looks like basically like yeah, it looks good. I'll definitely
It's the new Taken.
Yeah. Taken, but without the gun fu.
Well, yeah, maybe.
We'll see. I mean, who knows, right? Yeah, that would be cool if suddenly she's a master of multiple. Yeah, that would be cool. People would like totally change the whole film. Yeah.
She'd like, if something happens, you see it like come across her face, and then she picks up the phone. I'm gonna find you.
Yeah. Right, next one here. So this one is 80 for Brady. This is a comedy. What do you think?
80 for Brady. Well, I don't know. Brady makes me think something sports is about to happen.
Let's see what happens.
I call it. Look at me go. Oh my God, look at these biddies. I love them.
Sexy fan fiction. Aren't you tired of the same old boring lives? Let's go to the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is no place for 4 old women. This could be Tom's last one. He's almost 40. That's like 80 in people years. Yeah, we're 80 in people.
Sally Field should not be bunched up with old women. She's still young.
Taking this one. He's cute. So you don't have any tickets. How much for 4?
10,000.
10,000? Well, I have a 20 in my strap-on.
That's a fanny pack.
If you wear it like this, it's a strap-on.
Wow.
It is so great to meet you. Beauty has no expiration date.
Krish, I didn't flirt. He did. There's so much here to do. We could even win these tickets.
This is a spicy wings contest.
I could use a little spice.
I know her!
If you black out, who you want me to call? An ambulance?
Ow! If you did this to give us something to remember, why, honey? It worked.
Do you think you could get us in?
Follow me. These are my dancers.
Prove it.
What dance moves you ladies know?
The twist. The jerk?
Let's do it.
Commercials.
Right before the twist and jerk.
Right.
Come on, flamingos.
There you go.
Gronk.
Hi.
So big.
Thank you.
Isn't that what friendship is? That we face the unknown together?
Let's go, Golden Girls. Come with me.
Make a rack.
Hey, what? Wait,
Mark,
come on now.
Okay.
Let's go. Oh my God, that's Tom Brady.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
These are good. Very good.
Oh, careful, they're high dosage.
High dosage?
Oh no.
Excuse me, I'm looking for someone.
Are you okay?
I'm Guy Fieri.
Okay. Thoughts on it?
Great. That's fantastic. I'm a sucker for moms and grandmas and any of that content because I assume at some point I'm going to be one of those.
Oh yeah.
And so I have a soft spot for them for sure. And I'm really pumped about the fact that us in movies are starting to actually let women be old in movies and still be, you know, main characters and funny people and go on adventures.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm the type of person that I know that when I get like 70 or 80, I'm gonna still be up to for adventures or things like that. I mean, why not? And the cool thing is that since you're pretty old, they're like, yeah, sure, you know, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you get away with stuff because they're like, oh, you're gonna be off this planet soon. You should be able to do whatever you want.
There you go.
Old people are crazy.
Yeah. So we'll see what 80-year-old Dan will do.
Oh my goodness. Start making a list in case you forget what you want to do.
Yeah. I'll be sure to make it. But yeah. Actually, yeah. All right. Next film. We got a Hollywood Christmas. There you go.
Let's make some Christmas magic. Mark, action.
Hi there. Welcome to Chloe's Cakes. What can I get you fellas?
I'm looking for the owner, Miss Chloe Donner.
That is me.
I'm sorry.
Cut!
Hi, I'm Christopher. The network wants me to find out if Christmas movies are worthwhile. I'm going to be on set for all of production.
That's not necessary.
If I had some ideas about the script, do I talk to you about those, or...?
He's your antagonist.
What are you talking about?
This whole thing is a Christmas movie. We need to follow the formula. Big city boy meets small town girl. They have conflict.
Christmas magic is like snow in LA. There's no such thing. Boom. Do you want to join me for dinner? I would love to get to know you and this movie stuff better.
Classic romantic Christmas story.
That is a stretch.
So, why'd you pick Christmas movies?
We always spent Christmas at my Grandma Pearl's. She and I would binge watch Christmas movies together. Watching people fall in love at Christmas time. That's the feeling that I always wanted to create with my movies.
Can I give you a lift?
What have you done?
I'm embracing the Christmas movie.
We have a problem.
I turned around and she's gone!
Okay, well, she can't get off the lot.
Wait, you think she got off the lot? No. Zoe! Zoe, come to me!
Making movies is exciting.
We're shutting down the whole Christmas movie division.
What? Is this the plan all along? Just pretend you care and then pull the rug out from under us?
I do care. I want to be the guy who helps create this warm, comforting, safe place that the world gets to live in at Christmas time.
I want to believe him, but I don't know anymore.
Logic doesn't save Christmas. Love saves Christmas.
Can I trade you in for a talking dog?
Not according to my contract.
I got her. She's fine. She's absolutely fine. She is fine.
Thoughts on it?
I want to play the dog wrangler. Very sweet. I also love Christmas movies and will watch Christmas movies with my mom. And I want to be in one really badly. This is really cute. And I like that they're like, no, we're just going to call out the fact that there is definitely a formula. We know it. We all know it. It's pretty common. You start this movie knowing exactly how it's going to end, and you're still going to watch the whole thing and cry.
Absolutely. And we have like every year we have new type of those films, and you're still gonna watch it and you still gonna love them. So
yeah, they don't get old, not at all.
Yeah, absolutely. Now let's move on here. Let's see what's next. So this one is Empire of Light.
I feel like I've seen this.
Look around you.
No.
This whole place is for people who want to escape. People who don't belong anywhere else. How do you feel?
I do feel a bit numb, I suppose.
The world is changing.
Wow.
You can't reverse it.
Another world.
Happy New Year!
You can't just give up. Don't let them tell you what you can or can't do. All these people. I'm the only one who knows the truth. Do you understand me? I'm the only one!
Here's to the future.
Walking those old scenes.
Here's to getting back up. And here's to coming home.
Wow. That actress, she's I think it's Coleman. She's the queen in The Crown. She's always a queen of some sorts, and I wanted to see her unravel. So this will be fun. I see that she's acting out a little bit, and I am intrigued. I wonder, because it looks like this is set in the 80s.
Yeah,
I
it looks
wonder,
it looks good, yeah.
yeah, because I want to know, what are these cops doing chasing these two that are now in love? And I'm hoping it's not because they're an interracial couple, because I know it's like strangely late in our lives that became legal. So I really hope that's not what's happening, but the way that they set that up, I am thinking that's what's happening.
I mean, I don't know what to expect with this film. I mean,
I'm gonna have to know about the when was that legal?
like what makes me wonder is this scene, like why this one that he's so like this one here, like why they will be like people wanted to jump, like jump inside and breaking the windows.
Yeah.
So,
It became legal in 67. I had to look it up. It became legal in 67. This does not look like it's set in the 60s, but maybe it is.
I don't know.
But okay, I'm piecing this together because this is one of those trailers where I'm like, let's rewatch this 5 times so I can get the story here. It looks like this woman is not happy with her husband, who we saw for a split second, and he tells her what to do and how to live her life, and now she's like just a robot working in a movie theater, and we all love going to the movie theaters and just getting lost in a comfy seat in public where nobody cares. And she falls in love with somebody else that works there, and he's a younger Black man. So now there's drama that she's with this younger Black man. Maybe it's just the fact that her husband's like this big to-do guy. Maybe he's important. So he's causing problems.
So the husband, you mean? Let's see if I can catch him. No, wait, no, this one.
Oh, he was like right in the middle.
Let's see here.
How do you feel?
I do feel a bit.
So,
How am I supposed
okay, so the trailer started like that.
How cute.
You can't reverse.
So perhaps in that scene.
No, it's coming up though. It's about to happen.
Another world.
I mean, he's not. No.
No, this looks like her new love interest. Looks like she's falling in love with this guy.
You can't just give up.
Yeah.
Don't let them tell you what you can or can't do.
Him.
There you go.
That must be her husband, because it's during the line, "Don't let men tell you what you can and can't do." And she looks upset, and he looks upset like married people do. So that's what I'm guessing. I like just making up this story. Who knows what the real story is, but that's my version of it now.
What's the name of this actor?
He's very famous. I should know it.
I always
He's
forget his
great.
name.
He does incredible things.
Yeah, he has been like in a lot of films. Like, I actually know.
I'm
Give me a
looking.
second. I think I know him. I know.
See, the name thing, that's what I have to get better at. I'm just so not the name person. And I
Yeah.
know that's part of the job. Here we go. I've pulled up IMDb Pro. And
Is it Colin Firth?
yes, it is.
There you go. Yeah,
Yes, it is.
I got it.
Wow, there's a whole bunch of people in this.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting film. Yeah, I'll be definitely watching this to know.
It looks,
Yeah.
yeah, it looks like it's going to be one of those underrated films,
Yeah.
where it's like nobody really watched it, but the people that did are like, oh,
Love
yeah.
it. Yeah, absolutely. All right, it's gonna be in December. Next one here. Holiday Harmony.
I'm back on the road. It's just one long rehearsal for opening iHeartRadio's Christmas Eve special. Let's be real for a sec. I was homeless, and now I'm making my debut on national TV. Thanks to you guys.
You are the real deal, Gail Travers. If it doesn't happen, someone somewhere will give you the chance you deserve.
So why can't it be me?
minutes now, Panica. Oh, he's alive. And he's up.
Welcome to Harmony Springs, Oklahoma. I have to report to LA by the 24th.
What's so important in LA?
iHeartRadio.
Fancy.
How much is this gonna cost?
$2,600.
Show our new guest here some hospitality. Do you have a phone I could borrow? Has anyone in this town ever heard of a smartphone?
There ain't no use for fancy around here.
Clearly. I have to get a job while you fix the bus. When you're done, I'll have $2,000 and be on my way. So what do you got in a town like this? A middle school? You better start talking.
Everyone, I'd like you to meet our new music teacher.
I think you are all mistaken.
The performance for the Christmas gala is in 2 weeks.
You prep these kids, and I'll cover the bus repairs.
That's so nice.
I have to write my very own song for iHeartRadio, and I'm having a
Oh, I bet she's gonna be Miss Oklahoma Barbecue.
I haven't been this unplugged since I was 8.
Tell you what, though, I like the unplug get a whole lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Place your hands over your heart. This is where you sing from. Not your head or your lungs, your heart.
He's come up for air for the first time in years. And the only thing that changed is you.
The world needs to hear that voice of yours. You can't do that from here.
I always hoped that my singing would bring me to a home of my own.
On HBO Max.
I'm not watching it. I'll tell you why. It's gonna hurt too much. It's gonna hurt too much. It's the same Hallmark like breakdown of Christmas movies. It's the same thing. She's now the big city boy and he's the country boy, and they're both boys. But they've changed it up a little bit with her not being like this really rich person, so I appreciate that. But I have this homesickness for my small town community. And I've never really had it, and I want it so bad. So this movie's gonna hurt me too much. So I can't watch it. No, it's gonna be the movie that I watch in 20 years when I have my setup that I want. Then I'll watch this movie.
You can watch it on HBO Max starting at $9.99 per month.
I steal my neighbor's HBO Max. They have a profile called Freeloaders.
That's so cool.
And I sign in on that.
All right. Yeah. All right. Let's go for the last one here. Let's see what we got.
Welcome to Paris, Joseph.
Monsieur, I fear this will not be a kind place to such a boy.
The boy has talents, but one in particular that is exceptional.
Very well.
I realized the more I excelled, the less I was alone.
You always so competitive.
Oh.
The show-off who spoiled Mozart's concert.
May I play with you, monsieur?
Well, I hope this won't be embarrassing for you. Who the hell is that?
You are quite a remarkable man, Joseph. I, Marie Antoinette, Queen of France. Hereby anoint you Chevalier.
In any other country, a man of your color would not be wearing such fine clothes.
One day, the whole world will know me. And of course, the music will be spectacular.
You don't belong here. You're a party trick. You're a pet, playing the violin, that is all.
You know I am the best.
You are playing a dangerous game, friend.
You forget your place, boy.
Break his hands.
This world is painful for us, my son. But there is always the choice to fight.
I'm putting on a concert. Let us fund the revolution.
We cannot afford to make any more enemies.
France is changing.
You could be more influential than you know. Leverage it.
Wow.
If you take to the stage, you will be erased. There will be no new France. You cannot topple what has been ordained by God.
Not everything is about you people.
That takes the cake. That's got it all in there. It's got it all in there. Everything of all the things we watched, that has all of the things besides Nicolas Cage, but still, wow. That was incredible. That was so good. I want to make something like that. Wow, that's really
good. Yeah, that was like the perfect. Yeah, I mean, I love those type of films that they like the whole costume and like the background and everything. You know, that's amazing. Like, yeah,
such production value. It's upsetting. Give me a budget.
Come on, one day we all know that's gonna happen. I mean, I'm super sure that our next conversation one day it's gonna be like I don't need any more budget because I have enough to create like, I don't know, tons and tons of epic film. Like,
yes, I'll just be dripping in epic films. That was incredible. That was like, I wasn't breathing in that one either. So good. I love the underdog stories a lot as well. That's why I think I like revenge stories, because it's usually an underdog or someone that's been dismissed that goes out for revenge. And so this like prodigy underdog, like you can't dismiss him because he's so good. That's nice. That's really good. And I think it's everyone's dream to be a prodigy. I was upset for a long time because I thought I was a prodigy. I thought like, oh my God, I am a naturally talented person. All I have to do is stand in front of someone, show them my talent, and that's it. I'm off. And I found out very quickly I wasn't talented. And it was an upsetting thing. And I had to actually work and gain talent. And to see this person who already has the talent and then just spends his whole life working on it and becomes so incredible that no one's allowed to tell him anything is really cool. It's a really cool story. And then that line about breaking his hands, I hope they don't actually do it. I'm sure he'll come back. But again, I'm bringing Clint Eastwood back into this, but that's in a Clint Eastwood movie. He's this great. He's a fast draw, so they break his hands, and then he learns to use the other hand. So that's probably what he'll do. He's gonna just pull Clint Eastwood.
I do agree. I do agree on that as well. Yeah, they're gonna definitely do that. Yeah, but like those type of films, like whenever they are, I mean, what I'm trying to say here is that those films that they create like a new story, I mean, those are the films that I love, that I get my attention a lot, especially when they put a lot of, as I said, I mean, a lot of effort, not only on the script, but on the story as well, and the actors, and the scenery, the costume, soundtrack, like the whole thing. Like, you can totally tell that they're like literally putting an extra detail on things. I think that those type of films are definitely worth watching, regardless if they have this huge star on it, or if they're like indie or stuff like that.
Yeah, and oh, I already lost. Oh, and the fact that it's a true story. That's the thing. I feel like those true stories really get me because, like, when you're watching a movie, you're like, that didn't happen. When you're watching a movie that's based on a true story, you're like, did this actually happen? Is this real?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I love like those type of films whenever after the film you get like 10-15 minutes of thinking about like did that really happen, or if he or she could manage to whatever the situation they were, I can do it too, or things like that. I love those too. But I do think that those type of stories, for example, the trailer that we just watched, I mean, you can totally say that he's he wants vengeance, and he's like I will assume that he doesn't care about like being famous anymore, but like really making an impact to it. And I do think that whenever you have like that intention of making an impact, that's when you are able to become like, I don't know, have like your own story, like you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I think it is definitely a revenge story. I like that you said that, because it's the best revenge is to succeed. And that's what he's doing. And he knows he's got it. He's seen the validation to people that were like, this guy ain't nothing. And then he shows his talent and they're like, oh man. Once you get that reaction a few times, you're like, oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get all of you with the same reaction. You're not gonna be able to resist it. And that power is great. Like that's enough to fuel you. And when you feel like you're low, revenge is the easiest thing to grab onto. You're like, oh, well, I need to make them pay. It's not about me and if I'm talented and if I'm gonna do this or that. I'm gonna do it because I need to make them pay. I love that. That's good. I always say I'm a vengeful person. I have to fight it to be kind. And so when I can just watch someone else be vengeful, I'm like, yeah.
Now, based on the trailers we watch, how would you like? Which films would you watch first, and which ones you're like, I'm gonna wait?
Prodigy. I mean, I know it's called something else, but I already forgot it. I'm watching that one first. That one's great. And then The Old Way because that looks incredible. And Emancipation. But I need to be alone for that. I need to be alone for Emancipation. Also, just that's one of those movies I feel like I'm going to want to shake Will Smith's hand afterwards. That looks like a talent just showcase right there. And then I feel like I would love to watch all of those Christmas movies this Christmas besides The Girl at the Van because I just can't do it.
No, yeah, I get it.
I'm not there yet. That one I'm going to wait.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah.
And then our the Zoe Douche one. That's a Christmas one. I can watch that one during Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're all pretty great. And Avatar. I forgot about Avatar. How did I forget about Avatar? I think I definitely have to wait on Avatar as well because I'm one of those people that like if the new Marvel comes out, I want to rewatch and then watch it. So I'm real fresh. And so it takes me a long time to watch movies because I prefer the refresh before it. And so I'm going to rewatch the old Avatar before this new Avatar. And I've got to have a clear, fresh brain with lots of space to absorb that kind of a masterpiece.
Preach.
It's like religious, you know.
No, yeah. No,
you gotta set up the altar.
Yeah, no, I do get it because there are certain type of films that you need to watch them like in a specific environment. And as you said, I mean, there are also films in which you need to be like super happy, so you know that you're gonna watch a sad film, but at the end it doesn't quite hit you, you know. Because like once I was like super sad and I watched a sad film and I'm never doing that again. It's like
sometimes it's good. You're like, I'm upset, I'm irritated. I need somebody else's problem to be bigger than mine. And I need to let these emotions out, but I'm too upset to actually do it. So somebody else's problems, I could cry over somebody else's problems, and then I can get that emotional relief and then go back to my own life with a new perspective.
Yeah.
It's like therapy in that way.
Yeah, absolutely. For like it happened to me that so like 5 years ago. So I had this dog that basically lived for over 20 years, like literally for over 20 years. I mean, amazing. But anyway, he passed away, of course, and I was super sad that day, I remember. And then I was working, so in the lunch, I went like to the cafeteria and they were putting, I'm not kidding, they were putting Marley and I watched that film. I remember that I had to call my the manager, to him like, hey, you think that I can go home? Why? I'm crying right now. I'm bursting into tears. I'm feeling miserable right now. Just let me go home. Tomorrow I'll repay the hours. Just let me go because like literally I can't like, and especially because I was working on sales. I mean, I was like, nobody can see me like that. Otherwise, I'm not gonna sell anything. You know, everybody's gonna be like, "Are you okay?" Or you know, like something like that. So yeah, after that, I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm never gonna do." And like, even though that I watched that film later again, and it didn't hit me the first time. Of course, it didn't hit me hard as the previous time. But of course, you know, I had a dog. My dog like recently passed away, so totally relate to that situation and everything. And after that I was like, I'm just gonna watch other type of films or just kind of get my own space a little bit, not like that fresh. And of course I mean once I saw that film, what like the reasonable thing was to stand up and leave, but I was like, I'm just gonna watch it. You know, I have like an hour and a half for lunch, so I'm just gonna watch it. And yeah, big word mistake.
Big mistake. You should have laughed.
Yeah. That was horrible. So yeah, I do get it that there is some type of film that you need to, you know, certain watch like that. I remember like when you know when I get this vibe that, you know, I need to work out get fit and all of that, I will watch either Never Back Down or Rocky. You know, to have like shape and
That's a
be
good
ready.
idea.
Yeah, totally. And yeah, I mean, you finish watching the film, you're like, yeah, let's do this. A week later, and you're like, okay, I'm done now. I'm just gonna do something else.
Yeah, when I'm like I'm feeling low about all the little Western shorts that I'm making, I'll watch a Western. Like something to remind me this is something I actually really love, and the stress is its own thing. I love this. And I think fitness is one of those things that's hard to work into your routine. So letting a movie inspire you, wow, what a good homework assignment.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at the end, what can I say, Bunny? I mean, your career is super cool. I love what you do. I'm super sure that our next conversation, it's gonna be where I can put this award because in my wall is full now. I don't have space.
Thank you. I'm manifesting it.
That's gonna happen for sure because the fact that you're doing what makes you happy, you know, as cliche as and easy as it may sound, we all know that it can take your whole life or even your whole life to finally discover what makes you happy, and the fact that you're doing it, that you have continuing creating here and there, and of course there are certain moments, as everyone, that you are questioning that if you should continue or not or things like that. But the fact that you let that go and continue this journey, it's amazing, it's super inspirational, and yeah, keep creating because it's amazing and I love it. So
Thank you. Well, I think something that's been pushing me this year is just as cliche as this is it's something I saw on the internet that was like, you can give up or you can keep going. Both options are going to hurt you. I was like, okay, well, if there's pain either way, I should probably just keep going.
yeah, I get it. But yeah, keep doing what you do. I also want to thank those who watch this. Thanks so much. Let us know what you think in the comments. If you're excited of any type of film or any other one, just let me know. Also, I'm gonna leave in the description all the social media for Bonnie so you can follow her. I mean, let's make her viral. Hashtag #TBonnie. She's amazing. And again, Bonnie, thank you so much. Have an incredible rest of the week, and I'll be definitely seeing you in the next one.
Yes, and happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving as well. All right. All right, and that's it for today. Again, hope you liked this episode. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow. It helps a lot. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.